Welcome, YouTube family and friends. Well, uh, this is about the third time I started this video because I'm in front of an old PC that's connected to my old TV, and I got it to make a picture in this little room. I'm not going to keep it here, but it's just sitting here till I get a chance to straighten things up and fix it. But we're going to talk about episode 5 of Big Brother season 27, and it was good. Jimmy is the head of household. I've already got his name labeled as the Drama King because he ended the episode previously at the end of the eviction making a threat to Keanu. And I thought, wow, here's another one standing up and saying things out loud in front of everybody at one time, and everybody can't do anything but just sit there and watch and say, glad it's not me. And usually those people, when they put a target on themselves. Well, when the competition started for the head of household, Jimmy won. So the threats he made on the previous episode at the end of the eviction, he was able to carry out. He threatened Keanu. And Keanu is right there with Zay as the big dumb blonde. But only he's a big blonde. Not a big blonde, he's a big dreadhead guy that's dumb. And and that's why him and Zay got along so well. You know, they got muscles, and I won't talk about how they're acting. Well, yes, I will. That's the fun part of it, isn't it? Yeah, he's just being a little bit too much. And but I really didn't have that much against Keanu until he attacked one of the guys in here, Clifton. Clifton was, on the vote they had, they knew somebody broke rank and did not vote for Zay. And for some reason, Keanu just assumed that Clifton did. And Clifton is the older guy, and he's like out of the blue. He doesn't understand. He gave his explanation of what happened and then confirmed with Keanu that he didn't do it. And Keanu just simply didn't try to hide the fact that he didn't believe him. He went and told everybody that he thought it was him. And so Clifton, to his credit, also heard that he knew that he was going to blab this out to people. And so he went and defended himself. Now the person that did do it, nobody has an idea at all who it is. It's our cowboy. Let's see, where is he from? I'm looking at the pictures here on Today's Show. They got them all. Why does it Today have it? It's on CBS. Let's see. I like to get their names right, because sometimes you be talking about them and you get it wrong. And so, here we go. The cowboy is named Riley Jeffries. So Riley Jeffries is, let's see, Riley Jeffries is the cowboy. Oh boy, it's just sitting up there quiet, looking like he would just go along with any plan that everybody had. But he's smart. He did just what I said in the last video. If you got a temperamental, experienced player in the house, and knowing that they will stab you if you blatantly get in their way, he went up, and that would be Rachel. He went up to Rachel and did just as I said. He snuggled up, and not in a sexual way at all. He just says, he's like, he knows she's dangerous. And he says, why get on her bad side? And his mind figured out she's got all these girls on her side. And I think they could have probably taken out Zay in the last game, but they got him as an extra vote. And because he talked to Rachel so nice and said, "Hey, I wanna be on your side, and let's do this and everything." And Rachel is a player. She says she knew he was playing the game right, and she is not somebody you at this stage of the game that you want to not be on your side. So he sensed the waters were moving in her direction. So he told her, "Well, I want to work with you, and I want you to work with me, and we will do this. And how do you want me to vote?" She said Zay, because she had that. She was totally upset with Zay. I didn't think he was gonna make it out at all during that episode, from the beginning to the end, that last episode. But yeah, he did that and had made that deal with her, and nobody knows that he did that. And here is Keanu going around bothering poor old what did I say his name was? Let me go back. I don't know why these pictures are so big on this website. Clifton. He really hurt my feelings talking to Clifton. I felt like Clifton. I said, here we are, some old black guy minding his business, being honest. You can't be honest. Well, you can be honest, but his technique is to not get into conversations with stuff like that. Well, he was run up on by Keanu. And Keanu just said, "I just know it was him." And the only reason Keanu did that because he's picking him out because he's an older guy, and he just think because he's the older guy, he's gonna be voting against them. And I mean, he didn't even, and then they really tried to figure out who it was, and Keanu confronted Clifton, and Clifton denied it, but he didn't believe him, and then he went and told this story to everybody else. Well, Clifton had to get up and defend himself and tell everybody, "No, it was not me." And so they said, "Well, it looks like we may not know." But when Clifton did that, they pretty much knew Clifton was telling the truth, but they still didn't know who it was. And it was our cowboy, and he got away with that because they basically at that point just gave up because the game was starting. They had the competition coming up. They were going to the mystery room where everything was it was like a jet black room, and they had to find stuff. And that's a hard one to do, I think, because you got to feel around, and they just bumping into each other, knocking stuff over, and you have to have a clear perception of what that game is when you do that part of it. And so they were feeling for the items they wanted. But the thing was, this game had a lot of mystery bonus prizes. And so on those mystery bonus prizes, Kelly, our mild, meek, and sweet McKelly, looks like the little farm girl from Ohio, Winston, or wherever. And she's a little sweet girl, she's like, I told you that, red hair, but not really red hair. She's got about two or three powers, and she won one. Altogether she won one in the mystery, and I think she's got another one or two of them, and she's keeping that to herself. Smart girl. And so Kelly, after the mystery prizes were won, Kelly, she couldn't help. I think she had to tell somebody. She went and told Jimmy because she didn't want to get on Jimmy's side, and so she told him about that. So, and telling Jimmy, I tell you, Jimmy is something else. Jimmy decided to put her up so she could use that power. So to get it out the way, he doesn't know about the other ones though she got. So he calls himself in. Well, it was smart to put her up there if that's what he was going to do. But if he didn't have any problem with her, but he wants her to use that power. And then he also put up Kinu. And Kinu's mad because Kinu thought Clifton should have been up there, I guess. And so he's up there and he's mad. And so at the end of the contest, not only does Kelly have a secret power, so does Kinu. So Kinu's got a mystery power, and let's see, and Adrian is also on the block. Adrian is a pawn, but you know, Kelly knows it too. A pawn can sometimes be voted out. So Kinu, being a big, robust player, could possibly win on a contest, win one of the contests that they have, because he may be more physically able to. But you know, they have mental and physical contests. So if he gets into a mental contest, then it might even up. But I don't know if that's going to happen. So how that's going to go. But it's three of them: Kelly, Adrian, and Kinu. And I just didn't understand. I really didn't understand Kinu just attacking poor old Clifton. That I thought that was just all wrong, but he did. And so it's going to be interesting to see who wins the contest and who's left over to use the mystery powers that they have. So that's what happened on episode 5 of season 27. And I'm keeping up with you. I see some people are out there making some videos. I saw one guy's video. He had a lot of people clicking in on it, but he had like a live thing, and everybody was on there, and it was just not easy to really understand what was going on his live thing. He was just, it was not good for the Big Brother episode 5. I mean, I shouldn't say it because I'm putting something up. Somebody might say mine is not so good, but please don't say that. You know, have a heart and help an old guy. Like me and Clifton. I'm getting closer to Clifton, but I don't want to get too close because it hurts your feelings. Because you know, like I said, Big Brother has a trait of knocking out the older players. So that's older people out here watching Big Brother, and I do enjoy watching Big Brother because I just watched it with my coworkers when I was working, and I think I said this in my last video. One of the ladies I work with, she was just a ferocious Big Brother person. For like 4 or 5 years we worked together in this department, and boy, it was on. I'll let you know, her name was Denise. She was a sweet older lady. She was so excitable when Big Brother came up. She would just be all, "This is what happened. Did you see what happened?" She come in there the next day. She have her little high heel shoes on, walking in there. I said, "Denise, what's going on? You saw it, didn't you?" I said, "I sure did." She said, but she had that feed, and she go home and clean the house and look at it. She cook dinner and eat at it. She get up and go to work in the morning and be watching it. And I don't want to watch people like that on those feeds, but you know, there's a lot of people that do. So, but anyway, that's what's going on. Kelly, Adrian, and Kinu are up for eviction, and the contest starts on Wednesday with the 90-minute episode. So you know I'll be back for that. All right. You have a good day, and thank you for being here, and enjoy your day.